I think with the amount it's discussed, whether here or more honestly, in a variety of spaces on the internet in modern discourse, I think it's worth asking the question, what makes something meaning in art? It might seem like a stupid question at first, you know exactly what meaning is, or rather what we mean when we refer to that word meaning. However, I would argue we don't, because there are two observations I would make in relation to how jumbled our idea of what meaning is really looks like. For example, let's take something that people don't really see as having much meaning. Captain America Civil War. 2016, Marvel movie, big blockbuster. People will say this movie does not have much meaning. Secondly, and this is also why I wanted to choose Captain America Civil War as the example to start off this video, meaning has aesthetic basis, or at least perceived meaning has aesthetic basis. People will never go into Captain America Civil War as a movie and try to analyze the dense meanings of this movie. They'll not try and dig for anything what's below the surface, because it is a Marvel superhero movie, and inherently on the internet and in more critical spaces, people say these movies have no meaning, they're just roller coaster rides. One, meaning is bullshit. Meaning 100% exists on the bounds of what people want to look into when. There are plenty of times in which people, because they don't like the artist behind the thing, or because they just don't like kind of the aesthetic vibe of something being very popular, will take away any sort of leverage or leeway saying, yeah, this thing has dense meaning. Another great example of this is recently, a couple days ago actually, Olivia Dean, who I'm a big fan of, great album just came out from her. Ever since then, a large swath of people have come up saying her music is extremely shallow and that there's no meaning to it. But on the other hand of that, you have to acknowledge that functionally, meaning only exists by proxy of the crowd. Meaning is definitely assigned to a piece through an audience. This has happened extensively on the internet, especially since like 2016, with like culture war stuff, where people want to have a certain point, so they go, you know, this piece of art you really like, this movie you really like, it actually agrees with me. And it almost becomes this poem where people take meaning and twist it into whatever they want for these purposes. I'm not going to say that art has never had meaning, or that like people before have never really dug in to try and find what they believe to be objective meanings, but at least where we are right now, and I think largely where we've been for a long time, is that meaning is something that people make up, and then whoever has the best argument or the most widespread argument just gets to decide what that meaning looks like.